JFF President Michael Ricketts has launched his team ahead of Sunday's elections to be held at the Rassis High School in Hanover. Ricketts, who is seeking his third term in office, is being challenged by his Vice President Raymond Anderson.
According to Michael Ricketts, he has done the work to be elected for another term in office. Ricketts, who will be challenged by his Vice President Raymond Anderson for the JFF presidency on Sunday, says he's hoping that good sense prevails on the weekend.
I think we have done the work. I mean, I have on my slate some real astute minds, both from a football standpoint and certainly politically. I mean, they have given a lot of service to football, and that's the difference with my slate. I have persons who have dedicated their lives for football and have huge experience in this regard.
Ricketts says all is set for the elections to go ahead, and he hopes the pending court order by Beach Soccer Jamaica does not affect Sunday's proceedings.
All that's happening now would have been approved at the board level and certainly at Congress. But we have a brand new constitution, and a number of persons are actually interpreting the articles, sometimes to suit themselves. We are waiting and we are hopeful that on Sunday everything will be smooth, we'll be able to proceed as planned, and like I've said, by this time we ought to know who the new president is.
Ricketts says the women's team qualifying for 2 consecutive World Cups and the signing of the Adidas deal are the highlights of his tenure.
I think the sponsorship with Adidas is probably the largest partnership ever in the history of football. One journalist did say to me, in the history of sport in this country. That may be debatable, but certainly from a football standpoint, our Adidas contract, massive. If I may say a little bit of the details of that contractual arrangement, the JFF will get $1.2 million per year in cash. We'll get $2 million worth of apparel, and the real big one is that the royalty from every piece of apparel that is sold with the reggae boys or reggae girls, 20% of that will be paid over to the JFF.
According to Rudolph Speed, who is on Ricketts' slate as a board member, there is a concern about the number of local-based players representing the national senior teams.
We have no quota system for the senior teams, men and women. We are concerned, though, that in the last World Cup, only 6 Jamaican-born women was on the senior national team. But we're not going to establish any quota because of that reason. What we're going to do is to put systems in place so that our players will be better. So they will be better able to compete with those players to get spots on those senior national teams.
Ricketts' slate will have Elaine Walker-Brown, Gregory Daly, Barry Watson and Raymond Grant as his vice presidents. Bruce Gaynor and Speed are his other 2 board members. Jerome Foster, TVJ Sports.